Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, the 17th of December, just 1 week now until Christmas Eve, so I think we're all getting excited about that. So my weekly update has a number of things. First and foremost, I certainly want to wish all of our families a wonderful Christmas. Those who will not be able to join us at Mass on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, certainly the school is going on vacation for 2 weeks after tomorrow morning, and the public schools as well will be on winter break, their winter break, our Christmas break, so we will probably not be seeing many of them. So if you do travel over the holidays, please make sure that you quarantine on return to make sure that everyone is kept safe. We'll be doing e-learning in the school for the first 2 weeks after the break in January, so that we can make sure that anybody who has traveled can return to the school safely to protect all of our community. In the meantime, as we get ready for the coming week, we'll celebrate the fourth Sunday of Advent this weekend. We'll be offering again the Sacrament of Reconciliation this Saturday from 4 to 4:45 p.m. and on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. as an extra opportunity before Christmas to receive the Sacrament of Reconciliation in the church. Please sign up online, and if you change your mind and decide to come in, we will be accepting walk-ins. You'll simply need to sign in and register so that we have a way for contact tracing when if something were to come up. The Christmas Masses will be at 3:30 on Thursday afternoon, Christmas Eve, and 10:30 Christmas Eve night, and Friday, Christmas Day at 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Again, you will need to register online or to call the rectory for those Masses. Unfortunately, we will not be able to accommodate walk-ins to make sure that everybody who has registered does get a seat. So, and then of course we'll need volunteers for all those events, as well as volunteers to help our maintenance man Pat with snow shoveling as needed. We need to keep the walkways open and the churchways open. We do have a service that cleans the parking lots and salts the walks, or salts the parking lots, but we still will need some help with that. So even though the school won't be in session, we'll also need to clear the entrances to the school so that it doesn't harden to ice and make it that much more difficult to remove when we do need to have the children back. So anybody who would like to volunteer, we'd appreciate that. Simply call the rectory and leave your name and phone number. And anybody who has not yet volunteered to help out at our Masses or our services, please go online and take the training and sign up to help out, because we do need your help. We can't continue to provide services. We can't keep the church open without your help. And so it's vitally important that you continue to volunteer, because it has been several months and the same group of volunteers, like most things, are being asked to do the same thing again. It would be nice to have some fresh blood and to help them get some breaks from all the services. So please do that if you can. The other thing is that we will be celebrating the COVID regulations probably will not ease up. We've had the good news of the vaccine arriving, but clearly that won't get to most of us until several months down the road. And I suspect that the COVID regulations will continue to be in place for a while, and certainly we'll need to keep the safe distancing and so forth for that time period. But because of that, the bishops will not be celebrating the Sacrament of Confirmation. They've delegated that to the pastors, and we'll be celebrating confirmation in March. We'll have 2 Masses to make sure that the families can attend and still maintain the attendance requirements, the restrictions that we have for that. So we're doing our best to do everything we can in the difficult circumstances, but we do need your help and support. Renew My Church probably is the biggest thing coming up. We have completed our final preparations and recommendations. The Presbyterial Council will be meeting tomorrow morning to discuss the recommendations from the Renew My Church Committee, and if that goes smoothly, the Cardinal will be announcing the decision tomorrow evening. So there will be a live stream Teams event at 7:30 tomorrow night to inform the people of the decision. If you would like to attend that live stream event, you'd have to go to renewmychurch.org/announcements. And when you get to that web page, it'll say Jefferson Park, Portage Park grouping, Rogers Park grouping, et cetera, et cetera. Ours is number 3 at the moment on the list, so just click on our grouping, Jefferson Park, Portage Park. Click on the Register Here button, and then that way you can get to log in. Now, because it's a Team Lives event that has capability for thousands of people to attend. I don't expect that many. The only way you will be able to participate is by listening, and then if you would like to leave a comment or a question, put that into the chat room, and at the end there'll be time for questions and answers. I'm the only pastor that will not be attending that meeting live because we'll be celebrating Zimbabwe here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So keep us all in your prayers. Deacon Bill will be representing our parish and speaking on our behalf in part of our prayer service. And then I'll be speaking at all the masses and my video next week, of course, and at Christmas announcing the decision and some of the ramifications for all of us. So looking forward to completing the process of discernment and decision making. And then, of course, we'll have the real work cut out of how we implement that decision moving forward. So next week we'll have a lot more details once the Cardinal has made the decision. So that's coming up. So a lot of things are happening, and obviously everyone is preparing for Christmas, and it will be different this year for all of us in a lot of ways. Some of you, and certainly myself, are mourning personal losses. There'll be people missing at the table. Certainly because of the COVID restrictions, we'll not be able to gather in the same ways we have in the past. But we truly are blessed with the technology we have that allows us to gather virtually, to gather socially, though physically distant, to be together in new ways that were not possible a few years ago. So I've been reflecting on that, and even though this epidemic is horrible and the consequences have been very devastating for a lot of people, had this happened 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, we wouldn't be able to meet it the same way we are today. So this Christmas, as we wind up the Advent season, please think about all the blessings we have, look for what we do have rather than what we don't have, and try to see the grace of God and the goodness and the blessings we have received and to share them with each other. So on that note, I'll wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope to see you this weekend, and if not, certainly next week at Christmas and Christmas Eve. The masses will be, 2 of them will be live streamed. It's going to be the 3:30 on Christmas Eve and the 11:30 on Christmas Day. Those will be live streamed, and obviously then the videos will be available on the website later. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend and a blessed end of the Advent season, and certainly have a safe and Merry Christmas.